Now, you can't tell in here, but it is hot in this trailer. How do you guys stay cool during the fair? Now, Stewartville Public Works says they're doing everything they can to make sure things are as cleaned up as possible, but that it could take a few days. So if you have brush like the ones behind me, you're gonna wanna take that to your curb as quickly as possible. That's right. Now, we have noticed an increase in drive-by shootings, even attempted ones this year, but we have what you can do to stay safe. Immunization data from the Minnesota and Iowa Departments of Health shows 90% of kindergartners in our viewing area are immunized from measles. All right, live from the Owatonna Fair, I'm Bianca Caputo with ABC6 News. Hi, I'm out here at the Bounce House. We've got no kids on the Bounce House tonight, but it is rowdy here at Night to Unite in Rochester, and I'm so excited to be out here just talking to people a little bit more about what this event means for the community. NAMI Executive Director Sue Aberdeen says it might come closer to home than some people think. You might remember earlier this year a fatal hit and run that occurred right here in Owatonna this October. Well, today they finally found the man responsible. Corn, alfalfa, and soybeans are just a few of the crops that can be found here in southeastern Minnesota's fields. Unfortunately, alfalfa is sometimes accompanied by the all-too-common alfalfa weevil.
We have a small family dairy. We milk about 60 cows and raise about the similar number of livestock.
Farmer Kevin Connolly uses his alfalfa to feed his dairy herd outside Byron. He mainly worries about the potato hopper, but the concerns he has about weevils are the same.
Leafhoppers or weevils, either one, if you don't do anything, they will wreck a hay crop.
University of Minnesota Agriculture Extension educator and entomologist Anthony Hansen says weevils can reduce alfalfa harvested by up to 40%.
Generally, if you see something that's, less than an inch feeding on alfalfa leaves, especially someone mows and their disc-spine is just filled with what looks like grubs, that's usually alfalfa weevil out there.
The green grubs feast on alfalfa during their larval stage, the early season for alfalfa farmers who harvest their first round of hay at the beginning of June. Cold temperatures and a lack of ground cover lowered weevil populations this year. Insecticide resistance is creating long-term future challenges.
We have had reports just from growers and applicators that these insecticides don't seem to be working as well. It's more common they talk about fields that seem like it failed to control anything. So some of our insecticides, they may get overused sometimes because they're particularly cheap, and the one in question right now is pyrethroids.
Hansen still urges farmers to try to use other methods against weevils, like moving their alfalfa mowing schedule earlier to kill the pest. This will slow growing resistance to chemicals and kill the bugs in their larval stage.
New insecticides, they take years to research and get approved, and there aren't that many of them, so I wouldn't rely on new insecticides coming too much, so we need to work with the tools that we have so far.
Bianca Caputo, ABC6 News. Following the Sunday morning service, Zumbro Lutheran churchgoers gathered for a special celebration. The 10-year anniversary of the church's open table mobile food truck.
Our hope was from the very beginning that we could share this love through a nourishing meal with others.
The mission, ending food insecurity one plate at a time, serving nutritious meals to their neighbors who struggle to keep food on their own tables.
We bring food to them, so it helps kind of solve the barrier of transportation and getting to places.
Through the years, the program has grown and gives out at least 200 burritos every week.
We show up week after week, we develop relationships, and that's the most important thing of all for this.
Sometimes people will grab extras just to bring back to their neighbors, passing along the generosity.
And we know their stories, and we're able to spend time talking with them and praying with them, and just getting to know a little bit about their lives.
Volunteer coordinator Kristen Lincoln helped start the program and says these days she spends most of her time asking others to get involved.
Usually it only takes one harassment because people do discover that we're a pretty easy drop-in and volunteer situation, and we have a lot of fun.
Because the more people who show up to help means feeding more hungry bellies and forging stronger connections. Bianca Caputo, ABC6 News.
The last couple of years have been challenging for most of southern Minnesota,
From equipment to farming materials, farmers are typically eyeing a price tag upwards of thousands of dollars. But for T. Huang, it's a little different. She tills her Rochester field by hand, on top of nursing school, her other job, and raising 3 kids.
I dream to have my own farm in the future, and now it's the time I practice.
And that practice has come in just in time, as a Minnesota Department of Agriculture grant brings her one step closer to her dream. The money is paying for a new tiller, fence posts, and an irrigation system, all to make growing teased dahlias easier. Her hope is the extra money will help her price her mixed crops at competitive levels and help her survive difficult winters ahead.
What we've noticed over the years is that the most profitable farms are the most efficient farms. They found ways to maintain strong production while keeping costs reasonable.
But this isn't just a business for T. While her parents live in Vietnam, T grows the same crops they do, helping them feel close despite being an ocean away.
You know, my dad loved this flower a lot, and he planted around our house. I miss him so much. I plant every year this kind of flower. I am Hmong, so Hmong, I believe that we have a gift to farm.
Bianca Caputo, ABC6 News.